Hi everybody, welcome. Happy Saturday. It's Synchronysta. I'm back. I hope you guys are having a blessed weekend here on the Akashic Academy. And if you're not part of the Akashic Academy, I ask you to join us today for this discussion. We talk about synchronicities in our life and the spiritual meaning behind the physical aspects of our reality. And I always love to bring in some science behind it too. So I brought some cool science today that I'm really excited to share with you guys. And I hope I do a good job of explaining it because it's something that's new to me. But I found it so interesting and I'm really excited to share it with you. So my name is Krista Higginbotham, and let me know when you're coming in, and share this out with your peeps and your homies and your friends and your acquaintances and anybody that would like a little encouragement today. I am a pain catalyst consultant by Eve. And what I do is I help people locate the catalyst for the manifestation of their emotional and physical pain. And I help them rid that from their body. And so I'm very passionate about sharing little tips with everybody today about how we can implement more things in our lives to create a sense of pleasantness, some more pleasantries in our life. So let me say hi to everybody who's joining. Hi, Jessica. Hi, Natasha. Hi, William. Hey, William. Not to be confused with Billy Blanks, because he's an awesome Taekwondo instructor. Hi, Frederick. My comments are acting crazy already, guys, so forgive me if I am off today, because I'm already having a couple issues. Hi, Seeking Wisdom. Hi, Melissa. Hi, welcome. Hi, Frederick. Hey, Kelly. Hey, love. Mwah. How are you? It's good to see you. Share this out, you guys, if you can. Just, to anybody else that you think might be interested. I'm not very good at figuring out how to share it yet, but I will get there. Hi, Winston. How are you? Let's see who else. Oh, I got to scroll down. Hi, Shahid. Hi, Marla. Hi. Hey, Jorge. How are you? Hey, Mani. Namaste. Namaste. So do you guys have any synchronicities that you'd like to share this week? I had more, as usual, of the 111s, which I did end up looking that up, and that is a manifestation number and a number of spiritual awakening and of creation. So I thought that was really cool because I know some of you had seen that number as well, and I love that we can all co-create synchronicities in our lives. And also another synchronicity that I've been having is I've been having a lot of crazy dreams. So tell me if you guys have had any crazy dreams lately that have seemed premonition-ish of an event, because I've been having some stuff come up. I've been having a lot of dreams about loved ones that have passed, actually. And it's interesting because pictures have come out recently as well when I was thinking about that person, and then even my kids are asking about some of these loved ones. So that was a cool synchronicity for me this week. Yes, if you are in pain every day, then contact me directly, Seeking Wisdom, because I can help you. We can have a free 20-minute discussion, and I can help you with a few quick tips on how to clear density from your body and eliminate that pain. How are you, dear? I'm good. Melissa, 1111. Yes, that one was one that I have had for like the last year, which is perfect segue into the Akashic Academy. Join for 1111 a month for the secret group, and you get more activations and more knowledge on how to develop your intuition. It's a beautiful group. I suggest you join. So, okay, let's see if anybody else has any more comments before I get started. Melissa, that's cool. That's cool. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about this really neat theory. It's called pain gate theory. And it's related to how our body has this communication system through our spinal cord from our nerve endings into our central nervous system, and how our body is constantly communicating either pleasure or pain to us. So this pain gate theory, in 1965, two scientists came up with it. And the theory is that non-painful input and stimulus closes the gates to painful input, which prevents pain sensation from actually reaching your central nervous system. Therefore, non-painful input can actually suppress pain. So that's kind of, I know that sounds kind of intense and very, scientific, but I found this to be so intriguing, right? And so synchronous with the idea of mindfulness, right? And where our energy goes, or our thoughts go, energy flows. I thought that was so synchronous to that idea. So let me break down how they came up with this theory because it's very interesting. So basically we have two different kinds of transmission cells in our body. And what they do is they stand at this gate outside of our central nervous system, from all of the nervous tissue that's sending messages to our brain. And we have the guy that's called the transmission cell. And what he does is he lets everybody in. He's like, oh, you're in pain? Let's let Krista know. Send that to her brain. And then we have the other guy, or girl, or lady, the inhibitory interneurons. And what these do is they actually can close that pain gate and say, no, 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 we're not allowing this pain signal to actually transfer into her central nervous system. We're going to block this. Now, how cool is this that we actually have this in our body taking place on a physical level and we're not even aware of it? An example of this is like if you stub your toe or you bonk your elbow or you hit your head on something, what's our natural reaction, right? What is our body already intuitively doing because we already have this built in? We grab it, right? Or we grab our toe, or we rub that spot. We go, and we breathe through it, right? Well, that's actually our body's way of saying, whoa, 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 too much pain. Let's get some non-pain stimulation going so that way we can activate these inhibitory interneurons to close that pain gate. So we actually naturally do this already. For example, when your kid has a boo-boo and you go to kiss it for them, what we're actually doing is we're creating non-pain sensories that are activating these inhibitory interneurons and closing the gate of that pathway of pain. So how interesting that we can do this on a physical level. And you know me, I like to do it on an emotional level as well. Ooh, I can't talk today. I have fat tongue syndrome. Let me take a drink of water. Y'all like my cup today? My daughter's cup. Okay, so the idea of this, again, is that you have two different kinds of transmission energy or communication that's coming from your body. You have the pain communication and you have non-pain communication. And so both of these do get sent during the time that something happens. Both of these are always being sent to our brain, into our central nervous system. But whenever we have less pain stimulus and more non-pain stimulus, what does that do? It activates those inhibitory neurons, and the guy at the gate says, you shall not pass pain. You got this song and dance going on over here. This is not legitimate pain, and we're not going to let you through. And I like to think about, how women go into labor and they make you do the breathing and stuff like that, and how that is an example of changing your focus on a mental level and creating more space for the non-pain stimulation. So it's really interesting because they've done a lot of testing on people on the, inhibitory interneurons and on what actually activates them. And the main thing that they find is non-pain stimulus or pleasant stimulus specifically. So like if you're at a fireworks show and you stub your toe and you're like, oh man, that hurt really bad. And then that we'll call it the ADD kicks in and go, oh wow, how pretty. That distraction alone lowers the amount of pain getting through that gate. And doesn't allow that transmission cell to say, come on in, let's let Krista know that you did that. Hi, Lorena. Hi, Hilda. Hey, welcome. Hey, Rena. Hi, beautiful lady. Teresa. Mwah. Hey, goddess. Hey, Vanna. Let's see. Did I say that right? I know I asked last time, but I don't know if I got clarification. Vana or Vanna. Either way, it's beautiful. Thanks so much for coming in, guys. Today we're talking about pain gate theory, which, is a very titillating science topic for me because I love finding things where science corroborates spirit. So where we see these spiritual things that are already being implemented in our life, and then science comes and, figures this out on an interneuron level. So again, the idea is that, the descending pathways from the brain close the gate or open the gate, depending on, the amount of non-pain stimulus versus pain stimulus. And the amount of non-pain stimulus will actually lower the pain perception that is sent through to the brain. So, I just want to read this real quick. it says specifically that this theory doesn't tell us everything about pain perception, but it does explain some things, like if you rub your hand or after you bang your finger, and how this can close the gate. Emotions can play a big part of this process. Studies found that people who suffered from anxiety or stress are more likely to feel pain more often because they leave this gate open. While other people who do not normally suffer from anxiety actually are more likely to inhibit the pain signal naturally through that gateway. They already have those inhibitory interneurons activating on a constant level, perhaps because they are more mindful, perhaps because they are more positive, perhaps because they found out about the pain gate theory and started implementing it. So, we all know that the synchronicity here for me is mindfulness, and mindfulness practices can soothe these brain pathways for us, right? We can reduce our anxiety and our stress in our life by activating these non-pain stimulus and focusing more on pleasant things and pleasure in our life. So let me know if this resonates with you guys, and if you guys have any ideas or epiphanies about how this is already taking place in our life, on a physical level. Venus said, I used to suffer from anxiety. I released much of it, but I feel it strongly in my elbows, forearms, and hands. Also, lower legs and feet, I can feel anxiety unraveling from those sections of my body. Any clarification would be amazing. Oh yes. Okay. Reach out to me. Let's have a talk, and I can go into more detail about those specific areas and what kind of density may be lingering there for you, because you can implement a couple other things besides our mindfulness meditation that we're going to talk about today. So, hi Margarita. I love your little alien. Is that an alien or is that a raccoon? I'm going to go with alien because I like aliens. So, excuse me. Kelly, hi. She says, hi, Rena. I can't love the comments. Oh, Lorena says it's 11:11. Did I miss it, guys? Oh, that's okay. That's okay. We were all here for it. Anyways. So, okay, so what I want to do today is I want to do a pleasure activation meditation. If we have time, I'm hoping that I can squeeze this in and not spend the entire time explaining pain gate theory. I think you guys get the idea. There's two guards at the gate. One says you shall not pass, and the other one says you shall. Well, if you just have pain going in, you shall pass. If you have pain and then you also have this other guy doing a song and dance over here of non-pain stimulus, the inhibitory neuron says, well, that's not legit pain. You shall not pass. And so let's find a way to implement this in our life on an emotional and a spiritual level. Let's, change our awareness and change our perspective and create space in our body, in our minds, for feeling pleasure and not feeling pain. Okay. Hi, Jamie. Hi, Mary. I do deal with anxiety, but my physical threshold is high and my emo threshold is low when it concerns close family or friends. Yes, and that's pretty typical of an empath. So because we are much more sensitive to the emotional aspect of things, and our bodies kind of become this like shell, and that's why we feel like we can actually handle more physical pain, because the emotional pain, it seems much more extreme. So we can apply this to both areas of our life, physical and emotional pain. So what I want you guys to do, right now, think about any areas. You have specific examples, so thank you for sharing that, Mary, in your life where you find yourself focusing on pain or have pain, physical or emotional aches, or even maybe an area in your life where you have a sense of lack. Let that sink in. Sometimes that can be the catalyst for a lot of things, a sense of lack instead of a sense of abundance, because we're not recognizing all the things that we have given to us every day. So what I want to do, let me take another sip of water, guys. The blessed water. So I want you guys to get into a comfy position if you can, settle in, and we're going to do a meditation where we're going to focus and activate our pleasure sensors and our inhibitory interneurons. So yeah, let's just take a minute and focus in. Get comfortable in your seated position. Close your eyes. Let's bring our awareness down out of our head into our heart space. And I want you to just take in every experience around you that you're feeling right now, good and bad, whatever you want to label them. And let's take a few deep breaths. I find myself to be a shallow breather, so just doing a few deep breaths really can change the level of awareness in my body. I want you to allow your body to be rocked and cradled by this breath as you take it in and as you release. Feel how your body naturally sways. And this is pleasant. Try to bring your awareness to something pleasant that you're experiencing right now. Perhaps your hands are soft, and this is pleasant. Perhaps your belly is soft, and this is pleasant. Maybe your chair is soft and not squeaky like mine, and this is pleasant. What do you feel right now that feels good and brings you small, subtle pleasures? I want you to try to sink deeper into your awareness to feel the more sensitive and gentle pleasures. Do you hear something? Perhaps a bird in the background. Bring that sound into your awareness. Draw it in. Maybe you hear nothing, and this is pleasant. I know it is for me, because I'm a mom. Continue to breathe deeply as you do this. Do you have a smell that's coming into your awareness right now that's pleasant? Maybe something that's familiar. Take notice to areas where you feel a sense of resistance. And I want you to soften and lean into that a little bit. Show that kindness and empathy. Show yourself kindness and empathy for having that resistance. Allow the experience of this kindness and empathy to be pleasant. Lean into this kindness toward yourself. Don't judge yourself if you can't find something pleasant immediately. Mindfulness takes practice, and our minds are made to wander. And when you notice that your mind has wandered, you are being mindful. So you can bring that back in. And if you're having a hard time finding something very pleasant, because we're looking for the subtle pleasantries, maybe the absence of something unpleasant is what we need to focus on. For example, the absence of hunger. This is pleasant. Draw this pleasant feeling in. Let it soak over your body. Try to broaden your awareness in this. What other pleasant things are a little bit farther out of that awareness? Now let's come back and give gratitude and thanks for this moment where we took time to bring pleasant pleasure into our body and into our mind. And let's thank that little inhibitory interneuron man, dude, for being available to tap into at any time that we have a direct connection into the input, into the overwhelm that we may feel. And at any moment we can choose to experience the pleasure of life. Rub your elbow if you may need to. So when you're ready, let's just bring our awareness back into our body. Wiggle, you can wiggle a little bit. That kind of helps. Bring us back into a state of being awake again. Let me know what you guys thought about that. That was a very short version. You can take this as long as you want to, but I like to do things in small bites of time because it doesn't seem as overwhelming, right? We're not making a full commitment to changing our life for right now, right? We're taking a commitment to change our life for the next 5 minutes or for the next 10 minutes until we are ready to take that step again. And so all it takes, is having this mindfulness every day and coming to the idea that we can tap into whatever energy that we want. We can activate whatever energy that we want. So let's try to create more space, like I was saying, more space in our lives for pleasure and less for pain. So if you feel a sense of anxiety all the time, this should help you. Because what you're doing is your brain isn't going to be full of pain. Your brain is going to be like down to 30% pain and then 70% non-pain stimulus, which it doesn't have to necessarily be very, very pleasurable. We could use these subtle pleasantries. And all it takes is that ratio getting a little higher to activate these neurons in our brain gates. And so I thought this theory was so mind-blowing because again, I love how science can corroborate the spiritual nature of our lives. Hi, Christy. Hi, Paula. Baby steps. Hi, New Thompson. So let me know how that, if you guys felt any good sensations from that, or if you felt more of a sense of peace and more of a sense of feeling happiness. And if you think that this is something that you can implement in your life, because it's something that I've implemented in my life, and I'll tell you what, it really does make a difference. Just taking that time, to breathe a little at a time every day. Hi, Janie. Why not mix? What does knee mean? Knee pain. Okay, so a lot of times knee pain. I missed everything. Oh, you can come back. Don't worry. This will be ready for the replay, and I really encourage you to come back because there's this really awesome pain gate theory that has come out in science, and it is very, very synchronistic to the mindfulness techniques that we use and we can implement in our lives every day. So, okay, well, knee pain, I'm just going to give a general analysis of knee pain because everybody has something different, but anything below your hips has a lot to do with stability in the foundation of your life, whether it's security related, if you feel a sense of lack of security, or generally not supported in certain areas. And so that's something that, I can help you with in more detail. If you would like to reach out to me, I give a free 20-minute consultation where I can help you pinpoint densities in your auric field and in your body and give you some insight on how to release those. And I also offer Reiki, which is a fabulous tool for bringing in that divine source energy, which naturally flows and frees all of that stagnant junk that we get built up in our body. And it's a beautiful process. So I'd love to talk to you more about it. Reach out to me. Yes, I can definitely help you. Kelly, totally a simple thing that is mind-blowing. Right? I know, the pain gate theory, when I read this, I was like I was telling you, it's titillating my science nerves. I was so excited about how, this stuff, and this came out in 1965, guys. 1965. How why is this not common knowledge, right? Like, why are pain therapists using this method? Um, I have a theory behind that as well, but we'll go. That's another day. That's another soapbox, right? Hi, Justin. Welcome. Hi, Janie. Why does pleasure feel painful to me sometimes, but I had a typo? Pleasure feels painful. Yeah. Again, everybody's a little different, and I encourage you to reach out to me directly so I can ask you a few more specific questions in relation to that. But this could have something to do with your perspective on pleasure and allowing yourself to have pleasure. Go back to my episode on boundaries, because I have a feeling this has something related to your boundaries in your life and how strong your boundaries are in certain areas, and where you may need to accept love in other areas of your life. William, very important for you time. Yes, thank you very much. Love the combination of science and metaphysical. Thank you. I hope this resonates with everybody, and I hope you have a blessed Saturday. And then, if you have any synchronicities that come up this week, let me know. In fact, let's try to create a synchronicity together right now, and we can come back next week and say we had, this many synchronicities come up. So maybe we could make it about how many times this week where we were shown an area of our life via a message, whatever message resonates with you, an area where we the opportunity to experience more pleasure. And let's see what comes up. I would love to see what signs come up for all of us this week, as how the universe and how divine, Holy Spirit is speaking to us and showing us these areas where we can close that pain gate. You shall not pass. I was just really excited about saying that over and over again today, because I think that's hilarious. So thank you guys again so much for joining me today. I hope you have a blessed weekend, and I hope to see you next week. If you have ideas for other scientific topics that we could talk about, shoot them over to me. I'm open to ideas, and I'm open to feedback, because I'm kind of in a sponge zone still. I haven't really gotten out of that phase of my awakening yet. So send me stuff and send me ideas, guys. I would love to get your input. And one of these shows, I think I'm going to do a show where we just pull some cards. But I might do it with a theme as well, so that we all are focusing on something specific, like experiencing more pleasure in our life. So send me ideas for that also. But I'll announce it ahead of time so that you guys can get on and we can have some fun speaking to the universe. So have a blessed day. Mwah. Bye, guys. I love you. See you next week. How do I end this? Let's see.